Okay, chapter 2 of Blood, the chapter 2 of the Blood of the Vampire by Florence Marryat, where older works, you can sometimes just encounter colorful language or language that's just like, holy crap, I am not saying that out loud, even in a recording where I am just reading someone else's words. The N-word has come up multiple times out of the mouth of Harriet Brant, talking about her childhood, where she used to enjoy, as a treat, she was allowed to whip the young black children who had, done something naughty, and they were always doing something naughty. And oh yeah, she'd also seen a woman whipped to death for not working. That's just the way of things there. But there's obviously this kind of delight as she's like gotten to do that. And she had a old N servant who she used to ride around on his back. He was the overseer for the slaves, and probably that indeed a slave himself, or close to a slave. I'm not quite sure what things were like in Jamaica at that point. So we are going to get a lot of that, apparently, at least when it comes to Jamaica, that kind of language. She relates this to Margaret Pullen, Mrs. Pullen, who, at least, is kind of shocked by her enjoying whipping other children, people being whipped to death. Like, she's like, holy crap, this is kind of a horrific hellscape that you're exposing me to here. One that definitely benefited the British and the triangle trade of sugar, slaves, and goods from England. But it's like, wow, yeah, that was like multiple N-word ends in this text, which I am not reading out loud. It's like, holy Scheisenhund. Yeah, boy, you really just hammer in there. And I mean, I do think it's a character whose Harriet Brant is obviously, we do get the scene here of her entwining herself around Margaret Pullen. Margaret Pullen being a little bit shocked, but like, oh, she doesn't know the nicest thing. Laying her head on her chest, and then Pullen feeling like she's getting drained. I think it's basically, she talks about like getting scooped out. So it's not a blood vampire, it's a energy vampire, a literal energy vampire. And perhaps Harriet is sort of one of these, like an innocent child, but an innocent child who is a monster who scoops out people's energy without even realizing it. She had a friend who she traveled from Jamaica with who had taken ill as well. And yeah, that's probably what happened to the friend as well, is she's feeding on people, not necessarily knowing what she is doing. It's funny because with Margaret Pullen, there's Eleanor Layton, who is like this horrendous snob, rude, judgy person, but she's the one who indeed rescues Margaret Pullen from the grasp of Harriet, and actually, ironically, probably has protected Margaret Pullen's child from Harriet, because Harriet was like, went wild when she saw this. Oh, like, oh, it's a child. I think that's the first N-word, because like, oh, it's a white child. They're like, oh, so sweet, not like those smelly N-word black children. It's like, fuck. So yes, heavy, full on, full bore racism from Harriet, and suddenly you're liking Eleanor. It's like, Eleanor, yeah, you kick this creature away from your friend and from yourself. It's like, this is like horrible, and suddenly you're like, Eleanor and her xenophobic, kind of, like looking down upon snobbishness is suddenly, it's like, okay, this is like a good thing. You're mean and nasty, but you're being mean and nasty to Harriet, who we're quickly sussing out is dangerous. Of course, we know we're in the book that's called Blood of the Vampire, so we know that. But But yeah, there's going to be a lot of N-words in this, and I'm not reading them out loud because that's not words that should come out of this mouth. I know that I know enough about that in 2025. That's not coming out of my mouth. All right, I will leave it there.